Hello, hello, hello. How is everyone doing? How is everyone
Hi,
doing?
hi. It's good, bro.
Anandha, Heramani, how are you? Heramani,
Hi.
okay.
I'm good, bro. Good to see you, bro, Kamel and bro Anand.
Good to meet you guys. How's your weekend?
Weekend was good. 2 days back, it's my birthday on Saturday. It was
Right.
good.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. And my last 2 week was I got some losses, so I'm just taking some break.
Okay. What about you, Anandraj?
Weekend went pretty fast. Didn't do anything actually. I can't even remember what exactly has happened. It just got over pretty fast.
Do you guys do anything trading related on the weekend or no?
I usually analyze charts on Saturday evening. That's about it. I analyzed wrongly. Basically, I thought today was a complete close. Like I thought the market is completely closed, and I didn't plan any trade. But I was awake in the early morning. I had planned for a trade. I executed it. It hit TP actually. So, but like I made a mistake thinking that today is a holiday.
Well, today is a holiday.
Yeah, but
When it comes to like stock market is going to be fully closed. So personally, like today, I don't trade anything if the stock market is not open. I just don't trade anything at all. But do you want to share your trade?
yeah, I will share my. Just give me a minute. I'll just,
Let's see it. Has anyone in the chat entered in any trade so far today? Let's see. Let's see.
actually took two trades. Sharing my screen.
Mhm.
Let's see it. Bulk market, gold market is fire. I know that we talked about gold last week. Of gold, if I had to enter in something, I would enter in longs on gold. And it just over the last week, it only moved bullish. So that is very, very nice to see the analysis playing out. Personally, I don't really execute on gold. I don't know if any of you guys execute on gold here.
My trade on gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, my
What about
major
you,
like
Heramani?
I'm just waiting for some pullback for me
Yeah, but do you
on
trade
gold.
gold also?
Yeah, yeah,
Or
I
what do you
trade gold
trade?
also.
Yeah. Okay,
I
nice.
trade Nasdaq, gold, and EU.
Okay.
so.
Okay.
I would share my. I think I'm already sharing my screen. I
Yes,
took
yes,
two.
we can check. I can see.
So I'm
Yes.
currently I hold 300k. I mean I'm max allocated right now. Like um, basically one is already in payout. I have requested payout and I have two more accounts. So in one account I will tell you what my idea was. I have to purchase the plan. Okay, so ideally, the market has pushed up on Friday completely. Okay, and I was expecting to short it. Like I was looking for a, like I usually look for a 100 pip move. Okay, my strategy is basically 50 pip SL and 100 pip TP. That's it. I usually go for a higher lot size, and like basically I risk 2% or 1% and target basically 1:2. Okay, so I had marked this level completely and I was waiting for it. So if you guys look at this, this is like previous high. It has to go long back. Just give me a minute. Sorry. Okay, so this level I had marked and I was waiting for it to mitigate. Okay, as soon as it hit, I basically was looking for sell and market completely. So this got closed on, I think New York was closed, and today morning it opened. I actually took a trade on last Friday itself. I hold it over the weekend, and my SL was just right here. Okay, just above this high. Okay, when market opened, it actually opened with a gap, and I was running like almost 1:2 already. Okay, I was risking 2%. I was running around 1:1.5. I thought my TP will hit for sure. Then I went back to sleep. It was very early morning for us. It retraced back and it kind of mitigated an order block and it moved towards my TP. it just hit my DP and market just I mean it just continued its trend. Basically, it was a counter trend move, which I generally take if there is a good previous high, or if there is some rejection I see, I just target. And I was very lucky. It's actually was a bad trade. I feel I was very lucky. It just hit my TP and it reversed immediately. Then later of the day, I again took a sell trade. I tried to short the market on bullish market again today. I think
Okay.
entry was here. As soon as I took the entry, it went and took out my SL. Like just like as soon as I placed the entry, it took out my SL. It was a very bad trade. So basically, I took one trade, 1:3, and another trade. Basically, I lost 2%. So then I stopped trading for today.
Okay.
Okay.
The second
Yeah, so
trade
we
was
have
second
one
trade.
winning trade, one losing trade. That's good.
Yeah, but overall 4% up is pretty good. So
Yeah,
yeah, fine.
can't complain.
Yeah,
What
even
about you, Heramani? Do you want to break down your last trade that you took?
so yeah. So basically, market went bit high, okay, and there was a pullback. This was the pullback, and I was expecting to break this and probably go down. And I thought probably here I would take sell. I was expecting to short so that market would at least go probably till here. I was expecting to go till here. That's what my trade idea was. As soon as I took sell, it just spiked up. It hit and it came back to my entry. Like just like
Mhm.
5-minute candle, it just took out my SL, came back, then went up, then it actually came down. Right now, it just I would have been in profit. Like I don't know, maybe if I probably exited on the right time, but I didn't have any clear confluences. Like I usually trade. See, there is this thing I usually trade just before London Open. I look for sells, and I think it was actually before London Open. Actually happened here. I just took the entry a little bit early.
Okay.
Just before London Open, there is a dump generally, but today it's like
Mhm.
I took my entry little like early.
So you usually took the counter trade.
Yeah, I'm actually trying to take counter trend on a bullish market, just shorting like wherever I see some resistance and trying to capture
Mhm.
100 pips. But the one got lucky, but the other one got backfired.
Okay.
Is there any reason why you look for counter trend? Like, is that where you see most amount of returns?
Mostly yes, I tend to stick to this because like so as my plan, I know the trend gives me more like I get more better entries at counter trends. Like when basically when market has moved up and the sessions are shifting. So I usually go for when the buyers will be booking profit, then I'll just go enter and make the quick sell as a profit. So it pretty much worked. My strategy always revolve around mostly counter trend, but sometimes I do take trend positions depending on the market conditions are.
Mhm. So usually it suits you, like when you enter on counter trade.
Yeah, like yes. So like I have few like this one was a clear counter trend. It was on a bullish market. The session just changed. I was expecting some downwards movement. I just captured and exited. But this one also, like I was expecting to go down, but it kind of went up and it was coming back again. Like I think it will come back to the level I was expecting to go. Then it might continue the trend again. That's the
Okay,
whole.
that makes sense.
I mostly
What
look at.
about you? Go, go. What about you, Heramani? Like, do you want to break down a trade that you've taken recently?
Sure, 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 sure. So can I share my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. So in last week, I just missed some trades on last week on what. So on
Last week
this
was
day and
great.
this day, I'm just waiting for some buys, but I miss it.
Yeah.
Because I want to see to took out this low. I'm just waiting to took out this low, but it doesn't give me my entry. So when I see for entry here, it's not comfortable with me with the stop loss. That's why. So I just missed this trade as well. Same thing here on this day. I'm just waiting for this low to take out, but it doesn't give my entry level. And the most important part is here. I'm just waiting for this fair value gap to fill up on daily time frame. Actually, it filled very nicely, but it was on Asian session, so I missed this trade. So usually I do trade on London and New York, so I use this trade as well. All these days on gold, and on Friday, I just took this setup. Uh, I just took this setup on my YouTube channel live. So after taking out this low, London's low, yeah, and this is my entry. So somewhere like this, I put on this day. On 15-minute time frame, there's a small fair value gap over here. And on 5 minute, I just wait for some market structure shift over here and I wait for retracement on this 15-minute fair value gap. And I took after 8 a.m. in the morning, New York time. So it was a very nice setup on gold. And for EU, I just took some loss on EU over here. Okay, that's okay. On this trade, I just took a loss over here. So this was my setup for last week. And so I'm just waiting for some confirmation on gold as well. I just want to see some upside movement on gold. So usually I'm bullish on gold. So I just want to see this high to be taken out on this week, even today. So for Asia session, I can see today's Asia session is pretty very big. So if it respect on this 50% level of this Asian session, I just want to see some bullishness till this all-time high.
Yeah,
Somewhere
going
here, this
gold going
movement
back
is
to
set
all-time
up.
high is insane.
So I just want to see some upside movement. Mhm. So
But
that's my
hey,
plan for now.
everyone wants to
I'm
see it
waiting for
happen,
this to
so who
just.
knows? Do you wait for lower time frame confirmation or
So
no?
yes, I wait for lower time confirmation, but usually I do swing trades. But on this, like August, September, October, I just focus on little 1 hour and 15-minute time frame. But if the market is really good, then I will trade for 4 hour and 2 hour time frame. Because nowadays it's time for some consolidation. So I just don't want to wait for higher time frame. So I want to finish in like scalping or something like that, 5 or 15 minutes for now.
I can see
So,
someone.
for example, there, would you put your entry already, or would you just wait for the market to get there and then wait for lower time frame confirmation?
From this level to react the price from this level after respecting this level, if I can see some break of structure like this on upside, after that I just put my order.
Okay. Okay. What about you, Anand? Do you usually wait for lower time frame confirmation? Like I know you showed the trade on the 1 minute, but is there any point where you would enter in a riskier entry or no?
Generally, for an example, after the liquidity sweep, if I see a clear order block, I would wait for it to mitigate. But I sometimes, so there is this phenomena for me. Like, so when it leaves the order block will be around 1 to 2 to 2.5 pips. Okay. And if I take that entry, my SL will go to 4.5 or 5 pip. Okay. But I have tested this scenario where I take my entry as soon as the liquidity sweep happens. When it gets wicked out, I take my entry. So my SL will be like just 1 pip or 0.5, like, and I move the SL to entry pretty quick, and I leave the trade. So if it mitigates and run, it's well and good. If I miss, I might take the entry on the order block. But usually when I watch this liquidity sweep, I take my entry as soon as the sweep happens, and I bring my entry to the break even. So it's basically a free trade. Even if it hits SL, it's like less than a pip, like maybe 1 pip max to max. So that's what I do. So it depends on where exactly the time is. If I miss the liquidity sweep and it's going to mitigate the order block, I take my entry at that time, like 5 minutes or 1 minute. Same setup.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So someone is asking, can I short gold? Gold is on a bullish trajectory right now, and also I think the market is closed today. Like New York won't be having much
Mhm.
volume, and ideally I won't be trading, to be honest. Like market won't be having volume today. Morning we had the volume because Friday it has pushed well and we had to
So
react.
usually for me, it's same thing as well. If in NFP week or in CPI week, I just finish my trade before Wednesday. So if the Monday we have bank holiday, I will wait for Tuesday. If NFP week and Monday is not bank holiday, then I will trade on Monday itself because I will finish on Monday and Tuesday. It's my trading time in this kind of NFP week. So I just don't want to wait for Thursday and Friday. So
Yeah, I
that's on
think
my
this is one of the
setup.
things that traders have to learn. And it's so, so important, which is like knowing when not to trade. It's
Mhm.
incredibly, 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 incredibly important. Because if you're trading when stock market is closed or when you're trading when there's no volume, like what do you expect is going to happen? Like gold is literally going to stay in this $5 range now until the rest of the day, most likely, unless something happens. So anything that you trade here now, it's basically worthless because nothing is going to happen. The stock market is closed, so it makes no sense to be trading. Like we're here, probably just be we're here because we're breaking a couple of trades down. Then we're gonna answer a couple of questions, and then we go about our day. Like that's the beauty of trading. It's like there's days where you don't trade. Those are your days off. That and weekends. Just enjoy them. Like it makes no sense to be looking for a trade now. Like think about, let me see. Like I don't know if anyone here watches Formula 1, but like when it's heavy, 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 heavy rain, meaning they should not be driving, they simply don't
Mhm.
drive. Like the conditions are not right. So the same thing is with trading. It's like if the conditions are not there, then why are you looking to trade? It's like trying to drive a Formula 1 car in a in a like flooded track. It makes no sense. So hopefully that helps. Let's let me share my screen too. I'll share a couple of trades. Okay. So I mainly trade NQ. I've been analyzing EU, but that's basically because over the last few weeks, the coach is on vacation, so I'm taking over EU too. But overall, the NQ has been looking very, very good. It's been moving beautiful. And last week, I was able to get 4 trades, 3 winners, 1 break even. That's great. So the trades were all very simple. They have 3 different things: one, market manipulation; two, market shift; three, entry when the momentum kicks in. So if we go to all the other trades, one, manipulation; two, market shift; three, enter when the market and momentum kicks in. All right, same thing here. Market manipulation, market shift, wait for the market to kick in with volatility, and that's it. And last but not least, manipulation, wait for the market shift, and volume kicks in, and I'm in. Right. So I don't know if so you guys trade gold, you trade EU, you trade NQ. Do you trade any other pairs?
Mhm. Sometimes I trade GU as well.
GU?
I I used to trade GBP,
Yeah,
JPY.
ZU and SN.
Okay.
I Gold is my primary pair. GU and GJ I do trade if I get good setups, or mostly swing trades. Like I don't look for like I look for a bigger where I can probably pass a challenge on a bigger, like if I get a good support and level resistance zones, then I probably look for entries. Otherwise I just stick to gold every day because I've identified few entries which is working out in my favor, which has a good win rate as well. So I'm just sticking on to it as long as it works for the current market cycle. But if I need to have a different pair before the copy trading, I was using three pairs, like because I always try to trade two or three accounts at the same time. Since copy trading is in place, I just try to trade gold alone in all two or three accounts.
Okay. What are the usual times that you trade gold in?
So just before I have the setup just before basically Tokyo Open, and there is a setup just before London Open. Okay, so there is this dump usually happen like 60 to 70% of the time before London Open, and after New York had made a big move. Generally, like for an example, I don't trade during high volatile hours like New York opening or during newses. So I completely avoid news and I completely avoid trading during New York time. So when the New York time just gets over, so basically just before the market closes, like 1 or 2 hours before, I look for an entry. For an example, if New York has moved completely up on a bullish trend, I'll try to short, like as like how I explained to you today, and I'll close the trade just before Tokyo when it makes like 100 pip move or 150 pip move generally. So
So
that
you prefer Asia session over New York on gold.
Yes, exactly. Like I do the overlapping. I sometimes hold the trade when the market shifts as well. Like I do calculate the swap fee and positions as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you is it because of your time zone, or is it just you prefer the way the market moves during that time?
I actually prefer the way how the market moves generally. In New York, a lot of consolidation happens. For example, as per my strategy, it's like 50 pip and 100 pip TP. In New York, it just randomly moves 50 pip, even if it's going on a like on a proper trajectory. It just randomly moves 50 pip just to grab some liquidity or some order block, and it goes up. So that's been very difficult for me for my strategy. So I adopted this. Thought these moves are clean. I went through the charts couple of times. I learned these moves are working out for me better. So I am just sticking
Okay.
to setups on my live accounts. Like I don't trade any other setups, only this. In challenge phase, I do take some random risks here and there, but I personally want to stick to this.
Yeah, I do the same on challenges. I like you don't need like especially if you're already profitable, you don't need to wait for the perfect setup in the challenge because at the end of the day, the only thing that the challenge does is get you funded. Because afterwards, like once you're funded, that's when you have to, when you're profitable. This is very, very important. When you're profitable, that's when you wait. Your goal is to get funded, and then once you're funded, your goal is to keep the account as long as possible and make as much money as possible with it. So I definitely see what you're what you're saying there in terms of like you you don't do one exactly the same as the other, and that just makes sense.
Yeah, and that's true. And I also come across a lot of people thinking that a strategy would work for them. Like, see, I honestly feel all strategy entries will work for them if based on how they trade or look at the market according to their lifestyle. That's something which I strongly believe. And my time zone, I identified these entries so that I will adapt these entries around my life. I have a couple of friends who wake up very early only to trade Tokyo. They take 1 2 trades, they are done for the day. They don't trade nothing. They just simply
Yep.
and so that has been very profitable for them. So but some people think, they always think the strategy is very important. SMC is very important, ICT is better. They start comparing, and like that thing still is still what's happening, and I'm not they are not understanding. Probably they'll understand when they get used to the market.
Yeah. And that is what I love about like each person. Like when everyone asks me, "Oh, what's the best time to trade?" I'm like, "Well, what do you mean? I have no information." When you ask me, "What is
Yeah.
the best time to trade?" Are you trading gold? Are you trading NQ? Are you trading EU, GU, GBP, JPY? I don't know. Um, because then it also, for example, with gold, I would not expect someone to be trading the Tokyo time zone. Turns out, I guess it's good, right? Or with people that trade NQ during London session. Like I don't like NQ during London session. I only trade it after the market open. So for me, trading if the market was open would only happen in an hour's time. So currently it's 1 p.m. where I'm at. It would take me, I can wake up and only at 2:30 p.m. do I have anything to do when it comes to trading. So, and then it's like takes me 30 minutes and I move on with my day. Now, the best time zone to trade what I'm trading is definitely US, because you get exactly what you said, Anan, of the market opens at 9 a.m. or like shortly after you woke up, you trade and you go about your day. Like there's nothing better than that. Because like so many people, they buy, like they start trading to leave their 9 to 5, and they start trading 9 to 5, and then there you go, you just literally replaced your job, but it's now way more stressful. So I don't know if you guys experienced this too.
To be honest, I used to trade 4 to 5 trades before, like a year and a half back. Right now, I take 1 2 trades max to max. That's it. I'm done. I'm not gonna like force myself to take a trade again. Like I've like set up good, I know, risk management. If it hits TP Suro today, second one was SL basically. I didn't want to take the trade. I thought, okay, the new account has come. The second phase, I should somehow pass. That mentality came in and kind of took the SL. But ideally, if I take an entry tomorrow, I would have gotten a better entry tomorrow.
Yeah. What about you, Heramani?
I usually trade on, if I trade on London, I just trade on only 2 hours time frame, like from 2 to 4 is my usually uh, took the trade on this time. In New York time, 2 to 4, it's my time to trade on London. And for New York session, I trade from 8:30 to 10:30 is my uh, entry session. So I just took only this 4 hour time period. If I trade on anything gold or something like that, I will wait for this on New York time, 8:30 to 10:30, and on London, 2 to 4. So on this time, most of my trades are on enter on this time. But sometimes I used to trade on Asian session as well because I see a very good setup on higher time frame. Sometimes I used to trade on Asian sessions. So it depends on how I see the market. So it depends how I see on higher time frame. So, but most of the time I trade on this 4 hour time frame. For London, 2 to 4, and for New York, 8:30 to 10:30. But sometimes I changes according to my setup and according to the chart. So that's how I manage.
So
Yeah, do
Kimmel,
you guys have any data based on what makes you more profitable? If it is like New York, if it is Asia, if it is London, like do you have one specific session where you know you're most profitable?
yeah,
Yes, yes.
I think funding web dashboard helped me analyze that actually. So it
Mhm.
has, I think the new dashboard, it gives you the, basically I have more losing trades than winning trades, so yet I'm way too much profitable because of my RR. So that is another thing. And before I used to trade all 3 sessions, now I have changed completely. So that data is slowly changing. That's pretty good. So I don't really track my data. Like once I went on a backtesting streak when I had like continuous loss of 12 in a row. I went ahead, went to the backtesting streak, like basically took a month, figured out what I was doing wrong. And so this I lost after max allocation on funding pips. Like 300K was max allocated. I was doing well. And suddenly I had a losing streak of no, all the 12 trades I took was SL. Like not even a single one was like little bit on the higher level. So I was doing something wrong.
Mhm.
Then probably I went back with a 25K account. Like literally I didn't go for a bigger account. I usually trade bigger accounts. I went on like 3 months continuously trading on only the 25K account. I raked in close to $13,000 only from a 25K account payout. So then
Yes.
then I made sure, okay, I'm doing things right. I strategized around the gold more. Then I again went back to the 100Ks again. So that was something which helped me. When you things go a little sideways, I think you have to identify what is going wrong instead of just continuing to destroy your accounts itself.
Yeah. What about you, Heramani?
So for me, if I trade on Asian session, I just wait for something happens on the global market, like something war going on or something like that. If the market goes up continuously without any retracement or something like that, on that moment, I just wait for Asia session to open and I just place the trade on a higher time frame, like 4 hour or 3 hour time frame. So because on that kind of situation, the market doesn't give that much retracement on London or New York, so it goes up continuous like this. So on that kind of situation, I just trade on Asian session. I just wait for Asian session to open up. And for this time, like August, usually July, August, September, the market is very cool on this time every year. So on this time, I just wait for mainly Wednesday, Thursday, and I just decrease my time frame on 15 to 30 minutes time frame, and I just do scalping on these 2 to 3 months. And from I think from second week or third week of September, the market will be okay for as on my view. So October, November, I will trade in another higher time frame as well in this coming 3 months.
Okay, like that is something that I've noticed, which is usually the lower the time frame people go, the lower the strike rate they have, but also the higher the risk to reward. So for example, Anand, he said, okay, I take more losers than I take winners. That's fine because my risk to reward makes up for it. So usually, like, I don't know if you guys do the same thing, but for example, every time that I enter in a losing streak, because I do risk a little bit more, like just like Anan was mentioning, because someone asked me, where was it? Like someone, I want to know how much risk you risk per trade. Well, one thing, first things first, don't copy me on this. It doesn't make any sense to ask what I risk per trade or what Anan risk per trade or what Heramani risks per trade, because that probably doesn't apply to you, but I risk a lot on the challenges. I risk less on the funded accounts, and then I rotate the accounts. So at any point, I should have around 5 to 7 funded accounts, and I rotate them. So I can afford to risk a little bit more. And then, like, let's say I'm in drawdown, I take 1 or 2 losses. What am I going to do? Well, instead of entering on the 1 minute time frame, I'm going to start entering on the 5 minute time frame, or I'm going to start entering like on, because you want to increase the probability of the trades that you're entering once you get into drawdown. A lot of people, what they do is, okay, I'm going to start reducing risk, but then that just means that you're going to stay in drawdown much longer. Just increase the probability of the trades that you're taking to like 80%. And now you might say, well, that's impossible. And it's like, no, it isn't. You just wait for the one with the most amount of confluences, and then you take that. Like you guys know in the chat, you know that there's trades that you take that are very likely to play out, and that if you were to just wait for those, you would probably be profitable. But I don't know if you guys experience that, Anan, where there's trades where you're like, yeah, this one is like so high probability, it's wild.
Yeah.
What
Hello.
about you, Heramani? Is there trades where you're like, this is just slapping me in the face? This is obviously going to be a winner.
Mhm. So yes, I already experienced that, like it's an every week or something like that. So if I were in loss, if I in losing streak, I just take a break at least a week. So my last 2 week also, I just lost some trade. So I just wait for from I think from Thursday. Thursday also. Well, I right now I currently I manage around three funded account and 2 1 challenges. So I just risk 2 to 3% on challenge and like 0.5% to 1% on my funded account. So I just took a break right now to come my momentum again. So not to be very emotional on that trade. So
Yeah.
like that I
Do you
manage.
do that too, Anand?
Sometimes yes, but I bit So on live, I follow pretty much very strictly. Like I mostly look for A plus setups or like close to A plus setups always. But challenge, so like I sometimes take based on, I sometimes be little, little bit more on first phase, to a little bit more lenient. Second phase, bit more, more risk I would reduce. On live, I have very strict rules. I will not break anything for the live accounts. Challenge first phase little bit, on second phase little bit more stricter. So that's how I approach, and it works out pretty nicely. Or see, the problem is A plus setups happens. Assume 2 days once or 3 days once, and you have to wait for setup. Sometimes you might miss out. So then you will have this fear of missing out, and you sometimes feel like entering a trade. So again, yeah, it's a discipline problem sometimes. So that I have fixed on the live accounts, but I'm still working on the challenge phase. It's a slow process. So B plus setups also are good. We have a good winning rate of 60 to 70%, which is still has an edge. So whenever we get a better opportunity, we tend to take that. Um, I tend to take that personally. Like
Yep.
today, like today morning was a very good setup. I wouldn't have taken that entry on live for sure. I am very confident. I just thought, okay, market has pushed up. It's gonna push down more because London is gonna open. I just took a trade, got SL'd out. And I have planned it well. So my psychology is also almost good right now. So I have risked it. It didn't affect me anything. I didn't feel like buying a new account or taking another trade. I still have drawdown left for today, but I didn't want to take another trade and mess it up. So uh, I've gone through it. I have taken a lot of mistakes like that. I have revenge trade. I have busted a lot of accounts. I have purchased like 3, 4 accounts in a row. I have busted accounts with drawdown left for the next, like for an example, uh, right now it's at 3%. Before it used to be at 5% per day. So I still have 5%, but I would have gone and ahead and lost my account already because I was like, first of all, I didn't know what I was doing. Second of all, I didn't have a mentor, so I was doing a lot of wrong things. But that's what it you have to correct yourself on the way. So I'm very happy that I have fixed those, and probably I might fix this taking A plus setup all the time. So that might take more time as well. So sometimes you'll feel you missed the trade and you'll feel left out. So I don't want to go through that currently, and I can take the chances in the challenge
Oh,
phases.
and one more thing in my journey as well, from I think it was on 2022, I follow Kimmel on YouTube. So I watch a lot from him, and I learned a lot from him from psychology perspective, and
Hell yeah.
how to handle our losses. I learned a lot from him as well. So thank you so much, Kimmel, for that.
Yeah, it's about handling losses. I think like the most important thing is that I think that this is probably the most important thing that anyone will hear about trading psychology, which is that emotion, let me do this here. Emotion equals reality minus expectation. Like if you guys think that trading psychology is your problem, this is everything that you need. And now some of you might say, well, how's that possible? Well, you have to understand that the amount of emotion you're going to have usually depends on the expectation. This is the only thing that you can change. So, because let's say you enter in a trade, everyone that enters in a trade, the one thing that they will say is, well, the trade is going to win because of this, and this, and this. So what are you expecting? You're expecting the trade to be a win. So if the trade now becomes a loss, and if you guys know very basic math, if this is -1, minus, and you thought that this trade was a +3, that means that you literally just took in your mind that you took a -4R. And why? Because you expected the trade to be a winner, and it turned out to be a loser. Now, a lot of people are like, okay, how can I reduce the expectation? Well, for example, I want you guys to remember something that Anand said while he was breaking down the trades. And I really liked what he said, which was in the beginning, he was like, this is counter trend. So he already knew that the trade was counter trend, so that the probability wasn't the highest. So do you think that Anand took the loss and he was like, oh, I can't believe this happened and this and this and this? No, he already knew that there was a probability of the trade being a loss, right, Anand? Yeah. So what happened is that Anand looked at this and he was like, reality. He thought that, well, reality was that he got a +3, right? Now, expectation was that, well, he had no expectation, -0. So emotion was a +3, right? This is just good.
Yes.
While if Anand was like, oh, okay, this is going to be a +3, the trade is perfect, blah, 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 right? And then it takes a loss, then all of a sudden he will feel emotional. But if you understand all of the negatives of your position, then perfect. Okay, expectation. Every time you enter in a trade, expect it to be a loss. Why? And how do you do that? Just like Anand did. He was like, okay, I've entered in this position. Let me go to NQ. I've entered in this position. Let's go for this trade that I entered on. As I entered in this trade live, actually, in front of my community, like, and I saw this, and I was telling in the community, listen, guys, this is possibly going to be a winner, a loser. There's a fair value gap right here. The market had a shift. We have an inverted fair value gap. The 1 hour is looking horrible. Like, it's funny because everyone, when I enter in the trade, they're like, oh no, I can't believe Kimmel entered in this trade. The reason why is because they know that I'm going to talk about all of the reasons why it's a bad trade too. Because I know that if this trade results in a loss right here, if this trade would have resulted in a loss, I'll be like, yep, fair value gap, inverted fair value gap, and the market reacted bearish. I would have been fine with it. And let's even say, like Anand, in his case, it was winner then loser. But even if it was the other way around, I bet that he would execute again on the winning trade because he already knew, okay, this is a little bit counter to the trend. It's fine. Like if on this trade, this would have done this, I would have executed here again. Why? Because as soon as I enter here, I already know that there's a chance that this is going to be a loss. So that equation is literally everything you need in order to master trading psychology. Because everyone is like, oh, trading psychology is my problem. The trading psychology is my problem. No, your problem is probably just expectations. You have too high of expectations of every single trade that you take. And that just makes no sense. So I don't know if you agree, Anand.
I totally agree actually. So when I gave it a thought about it, I just the equation works out perfectly. So I go into trade thinking that this is going to hit me like crazy. So when you go into trade, okay, it's a B plus setup. I'm going against the trade, so the probability of the trade hitting the TP is okay. But I wouldn't take the same trade on the live because like that's a different ball game altogether, and I don't want to mess up any of the live accounts together. Here you can learn. So the entire thing is you have to experiment and learn. So that's okay over there. That I totally agree. And given like okay, I think you're pretty much famous on the social media. How is it to be famous and trade side by side?
At first, I thought that it was a problem, but because like every time that I enter in a losing trade, if you go to the videos where I share a losing trade, everyone's like, "Yeah, this trade was stupid because of this and this and this," and I'm like, "No, it wasn't. Like this is just a normal trade." So I think that it brought me more good than it did bad, but it obviously puts a lot of people in the pressure of having to perform. And I think that that pressure crushes a lot of people.
Okay.
So, so
So
yeah, I think that that was the only negative, especially when I was unprofitable,
okay.
because every single week I was being reminded that I was unprofitable. But
Okay.
now, like now I just don't feel it anymore. Like
So
people can say
I have
whatever they want.
I just started social media past a week back. I was like completely off social media. My profile was hidden, and no one knew about me existing completely. Actually, so
Yeah,
after this, everything my payout news got out, and Trading TV, I'm getting a lot of requests, and
yeah,
decided to be a little bit social, like replying to a lot of people's as well, probably helping them out. So let's see. Hopefully, I'll also be at a better place
Mhm.
in few. And
yes,
I
sir.
haven't traded Nasdaq ever. To be honest, I have not seen the chart. It's probably like I've seen a lot of people trading Nasdaq and Ncube working out pretty nicely and has a very good volatility. Like probably like I would like to add an additional pair if just to like, again I have this confusion. Should I go for a new pair or I'm gonna stick with gold? Currently gold is working out perfectly. I don't want to complicate things. So I'm so what do you think? Do you think having additional pairs help you out or do you think have
Listen, I think if gold is treating you well, then why change,
exactly, yes.
right? Like,
Initially, I was changing for this because I was not able to take same trades on all different accounts. So I had different trades planned for different accounts. Since that is not there in the picture anymore, I kind of like this more. So I'm
yeah, I think that a lot of
So
people ask
in
me
that
that.
case, I just do like okay. Please go ahead, Tim.
sorry. Okay.
So for me, it's a lot of people ask me, should I add another pair or should I stick to what I have now? And a lot of people ask me that with gold. And I'm like, is it working? Yes. Then there you go. Then don't change, right? Like if it's not working, that's one thing. If it is working, that's another. It's like don't change. Everyone like because I want everyone in the chat to listen to this very carefully. Like we always we pass years and years and years looking for something that works. And then when we find it, we want something that works better. And then you'll find that and you want something that works better. And then you find that and you want something that's better. It's like just find something that works, stick to it for a long enough period of time, and you'll make a lot of money from trading. Obviously, nothing guaranteed.
Exactly.
What about you, Heramani? You were gonna say something.
So for me, from my initial stage, I just started from EU, GU, gold, and Nasdaq. So I just take these four pairs. But all these four pairs, I can see the correlation between them as well. So yeah, it really worked out for me. Like EU and GU, it's almost the same. And for gold and Nasdaq also, I can see the correlation between them, this asset. So it feels very easy for me to pick up the asset for my setup. So sometimes if I trade on gold, I will wait for Nasdaq and S&P to work out very clear for me. So if the forex pair is not working very nicely or the price is in consolidation, I just trade on Nasdaq or something like that. So I just stick on these four pairs.
Yeah, I think that's where more pairs would make sense. Is like if you've mastered the ones you're trading, and then you understand when low probability conditions arise. There you go. You just go trade something else if that one is in a high probability. Because like lately, for the last, I think it was last month, meaning July, Nasdaq was range bound, EU was impulsing, while for the rest of the year, well, for the good quarter of quarter number two, uh, EU was ranging and Nasdaq was just moving. So that's when it sometimes helps. But if you're trading the 1 minute, to be honest, I think mainly if you want to make profits on gold, now it's probably on the lower time frame. Like swing trading, because you were in such a huge range, has been a little bit harder on gold. I don't know if you agree, Anand.
The range was pretty good. Like
Yes, for me,
uh,
100%.
so not now. Way back, I used to do setups like this where I try to capture 1,000, 2,000 pip move. Like I've been successful a couple of times. We can't capture that in prop forms. Like if you look at it. So I'm just like looking at people who have captured these moves who've been crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I think it started for the last 1 week. Let me just count how many pips it has moved. So if we take from 3 to 7.5, we are at oh, wow, what a crazy move it has made.
Yeah.
So guys, can you share your like aha moment? Like for me, it was like when I changed from very I usually I trade on 15 seconds, 1 minute time frame 2 3 years back.
Okay.
So I just blown my account one by one by one. So after that, I realized I must change the time frame to higher time frame. So when I just transferred to higher time frame, like 1 hour, 4 hour setup, so it really changed my perspective and it really changed my win rate. So that's my aha moment
So,
like when I
uh,
changed to higher time frame.
so my aha moment probably like when I figured out Profirm actually pays you money was like the most aha moment. Like I know this is working. So
Mhm.
like my friend initially came up this there's something called Profirm. Figure it out. My first Profirm was funding pips itself. The first challenge I took was 5K. I busted it like, but I had a good trading background a couple of years back where I made some good live money from $200 to 15,000 in 3 months. So I was very lucky that cycle. So I had bit of an experience. So I was profitable on funding pips for the first 15 days itself. I've been profitable. Like I didn't go through the downswing at all. I've been like very lucky that way. So once I knew the first payout is hitting the bank, then I went like full fledged trading it every day, every single day, planning it well. So that probably would have been the best moment. Um, what about you, Kimmel?
For me, it was once I started focusing on direction. Like that was literally it. Everything was because I always thought, oh, okay, it's psychology or it's execution or it's this. To me, it was literally just direction. Because once I found out where the daily was going, and it doesn't have to be every day, there's sometimes where you don't know. I just don't trade if I don't know where the daily is going. So once I was able to figure out consistently where the daily is going and understanding that, oh, if I trade based off of where the daily is going, if I trade the lower time frame based off of where the daily is going, then everything I need to do is, as you can see here, I identify where I think the market is going to react from. And once it gets there and we start forming the bullish order flow, which happens here, right? Once we hit the higher time frame PD array, we sweep the lows. Okay, we start forming bullishness. This is your sign to then execute because you know if the daily is moving bullish and if the market is already at the level you would want to buy from, then once it shows the direction, that's when you start executing. Once it shows the direction on the lower time frame, the same as on the higher time frame, that's when you start executing. Like direction was everything for me. If it wasn't for direction, I probably wouldn't be profitable yet
Got it.
because it was really, really just okay. This is where the market is heading. Okay, then I am trading in that direction. And then you introduce NQ, and that's where my profits like went exponential.
Okay.
Like this year, I was shorting on the way down, and once we had a 13% reversal on Nasdaq, let me show. Like once we had the 13% reversal on Nasdaq, so from here, I was shorting on the way down. Once we had this one day, right here, 15% day,
Wow.
I just started longing from here. I actually still shorted here and I missed out on like $12,000 because I didn't close the trade. But here, once we had this, I longed. I don't think I entered in maybe one short for 100 days. 100 days, one short. All of the rest was longs because you can see that the market is going in one direction,
Okay. Wow.
up
And
and to the right.
Kimmel, like, what is the pip range? Like, I haven't traded Nasdaq, as I said, I don't know the calculations. Like, what is the range it has moved from down till here, like for the past?
Depends on the days. So usually the market is moving anywhere between like 100 and 300 handles. So the only thing that really matters is once the market opens, which as you can see is at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Um, and then usually until the end of the day, you can see like in this case, you have 200. Like this is where volatility kicks in. This was news. On every single day, it's usually around 100 to 300 handles, which means 100 to $300, by the way, unless you have like very, very bearish days. For example, this one went straight to my target. That was a $400 move. This was news, also very, very large move. But for example, here, this was a long that I took, and this was a $100 move, right? Stop loss was 50, take profit was 100, 1 to 2 right there. Same thing here from low to high of that day. That was 200. So that's usually what it moves. But what I like about it is that it's so clear when it moves because it's after the stock market opens, right? So that's
So
why I'm not trading today. It's
do you
because
do
the
you
stock market
do
is
you
not open.
do you trade? Do you hold the trade during news events?
There's not a lot of news events during the market open, during the stock market open. There's like PMI, PPI. There's one of them that isn't during market open. Um, so you either have the news events at 2:45,
Okay.
or well at 9:45 or at 10.
10.
And those, if I don't execute 5 to 10 minutes before, I still hold, but I
Okay.
don't execute 5 minutes before or after. I think that those are very, very risky.
Yeah, very risky. Like I
Yeah.
completely avoid New York news timings entirely. Like okay.
Yeah.
And how
Yeah.
did you build your risk tolerance level? Like did you face like when you started trading? Did you face difficulties when you're losing live accounts?
Oh, 100%. My first live account, I lost it. I don't
Okay.
know if you guys have the same experience. Like, I remember I was trading with a prop firm. First live account that I got was a $10,000 live account. And then I bought the 100K live account because I was like, oh, this is easy. And I copy traded the two and I blew both. And I was like, oh, this is hard. And then it took me 2 years to finally start seeing very, very consistent
Okay.
profits.
So
How was your experience with
my experience, I think it's built up. Okay, I felt the most pain on 100K when I was scaled up, and I lost with 14,000 drawdown left on a news event. So that made me put my trade like completely avoid news completely. Then another difficult time was I was max allocated and losing that took me a bit toll. It was very hard. Now I think I'm completely fine. Even if I lose max allocation one more time, I don't think it will affect me anyway at all right now. So I've been through that stage right now. My risk tolerance I will have, and I'm very confident that if I lose, I will definitely get it. It's not like end of the world. So that will build up slowly. Like, and also I honestly feel people should go for accounts where they can afford it right now. Like basically, not at least if they are going for 10K, they should be able to buy another 10 of 10K accounts if that goes fail. But a lot of people, I feel they are making a mistake buying a 100K account when they like directly. It's good, but again, they have to be their strategy should be for that. Like for example, they should trade 2% strictly like that, not like randomly take trades on that. So then it's fine. So they if they have planned it well, then it's very good. If they have not planned it, I would recommend splitting the accounts and buying 3 or 4 accounts and trade separately. That's another thing to do. That will help you build the tolerance, is what I telling.
Yeah, I don't know if you do the same, Heramani.
Yes, for me, on my first day when I trade on funded account, so I think it was 2021 December, I think so. I lost on the same day, on the first day. I lost three account, $5,000 account. I was trading on news, so the price was going upside, not retracement at all. So I'm selling, 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 and I blow the account. And I buy immediately another account again. I start selling again. So on the same day, I lose three account on that day. So it was 5K account on that time. So uh, I feel very emotional on that day.
So
So
Kimmel,
after that, I
I
took a break.
assume you are trading with 100Ks mostly right now on funding
Yeah.
pips. Assume you trading 5K, going to 5K, how would you trade? Like, would you do the same risk management, or do you follow the same strategies, or you will just go bonkers on 5K?
Do you mean for a 5K account?
Yeah, 5K account. You are trading 100K and you are downgrading yourself up to 5K.
It depends who this question is for. Because, for example, there's probably someone in the chat that feels the same for a 5K account as I feel for a 100K account. So, for example, if I now had to trade a 5K account, I would risk all of the drawdown available that I had. But if I never got a payout, then I would treat it the same way that I treat my 100K account, which is I don't really want to lose them. If I lose, then it is what it is. But if I don't, but my goal is to keep them. So
Yeah.
if I've never received the payout and I'm downgraded to a 5K account, I'm taking it slowly. I'm building it up. I'm getting the payouts. I'm reinvesting the money. While if I was like now, I've made great money from trading and I had to go to a 5K account, then I would just try to scale up as quick as possible.
I did the same actually. I I went to 25K and I kind of fixed everything. It was pretty nice.
Yeah, yeah. And Heramani, how do you approach prop firms? Do you just do one account at a time, or do you do multiple?
Right now.
Yeah,
Yes, I do multiples. Like I don't do copy trade. So sometimes if I trade basically on weekly basis. For this week, I'll trade on this account, and another week I'll trade on this account. If I do some profits, I will keep that account for my next payout. I will not touch that account. I will just wait for my reward time, and in that time period, I will change to another account. So I just rotate like
okay, nice. And have you felt like that is what makes you less emotional?
I think so. It helps me a lot. And for less emotional, the biggest that strikes me is like before I used to trade per day 5 to 10 trades I do. But for now, for a month, for a total month, now my average trade is around 8 to 13 trade is my average trade in a month. So it helps me a lot to uh, control my emotion.
Yeah. Okay. And do you feel like Anand? Do you feel like the risking the 2% and having multiple accounts is what has made you get good payouts, consistent
Uh,
payouts?
Probably yes. As I Hermione told, I do cycle my accounts. I always try to have the maximum accounts possible. That's something I always do. And if I'm max allocated, then I'll have a different plan of approaching it. So two, I will combine and trade as the 1% risk always. The 100 separately, I will trade at 1.5 to around risk strictly. So that way, I will cycle my payouts as well. So that's something I used to do, even if currently I'm not max allocated. I'm just getting into those accounts right now. So once I'm done max allocated, I would plan like that. And also, I plan my accounts as well. For an example, when you lose an account, funding people do give discounts. So, for an
Yep.
example, there was this 20% discount the other day. I purchased two accounts. I still have discount codes, but I didn't use it. So I will use it when I lose an account.
Yeah.
So I plan like that. So that it's $50-$30 makes sense. You can buy another account at some point. Like so, these planning helps me a lot as well.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. It's the same thing with me. It's like if me taking a loss, like how can I make sure that taking a loss affects me the least possible? And that's usually when I have multiple accounts and I don't trade them all at a time. Because everyone that trades them all at a time, like they just lose, 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 lose. And I just don't like losing. I don't like to lose funded accounts because then you have to go back to the challenge and now you're making no money. And so like it's it is what it is.
Mhm.
Geshpar is asking, are you guys going to analyze any market? Today's a bank holiday, so the market is not going to do anything. So we already did our analysis in the morning, in the beginning. Anand shared two trades. Heramani shared also trades. I also shared trades. So yeah, we've done a good amount of analysis. Now, if anyone has any questions, just let us know in the chat. We'll make sure to answer. We'll get some from there now. Um,
The gold is best for scalpers right now. Whoever is scalping 1 minute, just go ahead. Like it's moving in the range of $2 to $3. Like just
yeah,
scalp and make money. It's not my like, but if you guys are good scalpers, go ahead. Like,
there's not even scalping. Like that's HFT almost. The dollar moves is wild. And then spreads are going to be huge.
yeah, yeah.
So
Mhm.
you won't even be able to exit and profit if
Make
the
money.
trade moves. So
So,
can you look at Bitcoin? Sure. Do any of you trade Bitcoin, invest in
Yes, I do.
Bitcoin?
I don't I made a terrible mistake. I don't invest. I do trade here and there, but not on prop firms. Like generally, like
It's kind of wild how
yeah.
this is looking very similar to this.
Mhm.
But I don't know, like the back then during this time, I pretty much called the high and I was like, this is gonna drop 80%. It didn't drop 80%, it dropped 77, which is unfortunate because I was going to buy at 10,000. But it is what it is. You can only look back. And now I don't know. Like I wouldn't buy here. I don't think the risk to reward is there to buy here, because the
Mhm.
best thing that can happen is you 2x, but eventually it will have to come down. So we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm fully wrong, and this never stops again. I don't think that that's the case. What do you guys think of Bitcoin?
And so Bitcoin is pumping right now. It just dropped. Like I think it will go. Wait, let me just check. I had my analysis today. I can I tell you something, Kimmel? There is some secret in Bitcoin. So
Okay,
Bitcoin dumps every Sydney. Can you just go and confirm it?
go where?
Bitcoin has a sell opportunity on most of the Sydney sessions.
Sydney sessions. Okay,
Just put in the sessions and you can check a big red candle on almost like 80 to 70% Sydney sessions.
trading sessions.
Yeah.
Do you go Tokyo or no?
Just before Tokyo.
Yeah. So here,
Yeah. One of my friend trades this. Pretty nice move actually.
As- move lower, move lower, move
So
lower.
for crypto, I just wait for this Friday. I just want to know about the interest rate.
Yeah, like right now, like this is the thing. You always have so much time with crypto because notice how you have the market shift, and only after 2 weeks does it actually impulse up. As long as you don't
Mhm.
have FOMO, like it's fine. As long as you take your time. Same thing with ETH. I bought a lot of ETH down here. Well, no, sorry, actually up here. Like a lot of people were seeing this pump and they were like, "Oh, I missed out." And it's like, "Well, what did you miss out on? The market just moved 178% afterwards." Like, yes, you're not gonna get the 234, but still, you still get the 177. So you still almost double your money. So, like with crypto, you just
Mhm.
can't have FOMO. If you have FOMO, you're going to be destroyed. Kimmel, I'm from India. I use Power of Three. You're my mentor. Can I trade NQ and prop firms? Just trade US 100. I've started trading with personal capital and also tried prop firms. And in the end, I feel like trading with my own money. I can control myself way better. I don't know if you guys feel this too, where you're more controlled with your own money. I actually feel that I'm more controlled with prop firms, but I do have friends that also tell me that they're better off trading with personal capital. Like, I don't know. Do you guys have any experience with personal capital?
I do.
Yes, I have. So if I get some reward, 40% of my reward will be in my personal account. So in that account, I just trade sometimes in higher time frame only. So in that account, I can leverage myself. Like I usually used to take 1:500. So in crypto also right now, I'm holding some positions on crypto on my personal account. So it's little different to manage the account. I can risk sometimes I can risk 5 to 6% on my personal account. So
Yeah, that's what I also
mm,
do crypto on personal, and I do everything else on prop firms. What about you, Anan?
Same BTC on personal, just like gold on here. But I do take sometimes HFT setups on gold sometimes.
Okay, yeah. Let's see. I tried for 3 years and I'm at break even. I finished high school in a year. What do you think about a year of a gap? I don't know. I don't know if we even should give you that tip. I personally went to university. Did you guys go to university?
I'm an engineering
uh,
graduate and I'm a full time lead engineer as well.
Hell yeah. What about you, Heramani?
I'm an ex-Navy, so I
Hell
quit my
yeah.
job.
God damn. God damn. So yeah, I don't think like everyone feels like college is this scam or something. I don't agree. So
The problem is where I come from, college is treated on, to be honest, like I'll be, so my parents doesn't know that I trade. Okay. So
yeah.
since YouTube video, podcast, a lot of things happen in a very short period of time. I was exposed to social media. I like started some, I had to tell to my parents. My first thing my mom asked was, "You're still working, right? Like in the company?" Because the that's how the that's how the mentality of Indian like
Yeah.
typical household is. But yeah,
Yeah, it's a lot of Asian countries have that where the parents are very strict on no, you go to university, you get your engineering degree, or you become a doctor, and so on. So it's very interesting to see that that's very consistent
Yeah.
within Asian countries.
mm,
Uh, go go.
So when I first start trading, so I just looked to my chart, and my father is coming to my room, and he saw the chart, but I didn't tell them I was started trading. So he's asking me, "What is this?" I'm like, "It's my maths project." So I just tell him it's my maths project. So my fathers keep going. So I just don't tell them when in my initial time.
Yeah, it's you have to be careful with who you speak to. I was talking about this with one of my students that people will never understand what trading is because in people's head, trading is
Mm.
always going to be gambling. Just like if someone goes to you and they say, "Oh, I'm a professional poker player," you're probably going to be thinking, "Well, okay, so you gamble for a living." Or blackjack, same thing. "Oh, you gamble for a living." No, but those are things that you can get an edge. So you can't really it's hard to tell people what you do when they won't understand. So that's what I would say. How did you manage to scale your payouts from $1,000 to higher amount consistently? It just takes time. It's like everyone thinks that scaling to a higher amount consistently means now getting a 1K payout every week. It's not true. Maybe that means getting a $400 payout every week. That makes 1.6K and then $500 and then $1,000 every week. And then that's how you scale. And you do that by reinvesting those profits into more accounts. I don't know if you guys agree.
yeah. I so that's what from the
Yes.
25K account, I only made every payout $1,000, $1,000, $1,000 consistently for 8 weeks. So that has snowballed to $12,000, which is like a good achievement for a 25K. And I even got the refund of the 25K back on the fourth payout. So literally, I was free rolling for that entire account profits.
Yeah. So yeah, I just wouldn't.
So
I
my
just wouldn't
first
overthink
payout
it.
is from
Go
mhm.
go
So
go
my
go.
first payout is from 50K. So on that time, my withdrawal is like I used to withdraw in 1% or 2%. So I withdraw for 4 or 5 times reward times, and from that withdrawal amount, I just buy another 100K, 200K like that. So in next 3 4 months after, I can withdraw 3,000, 4,000 in a reward time. So I can scale very easily like that. But for the first time till now, I just withdraw in 2 to 3% per month. That's it.
Nice. Yeah, that's
So I
sick.
used to invest again. Mhm.
Yeah, that's the way to go. That's 100% the way to go. So
So, what is your biggest trade? Kimmel? Like, what is the unforgettable trade? I have one. Like, what is like yours so far?
my most unforgettable trade, because it was so tied to something that happened in the world, was a euro dollar short uh, overnight when Russia invaded Ukraine. When that happened, EU just
Mhm.
absolutely tanked, and I woke up on a 200K account with $235,000 in profit. Well, no, sorry, no, $35,000 in profit. Like
So
just
that,
in
Okay.
overnight like that. So that was because it was one of my first huge payouts too.
Okay,
So
that's
I'll never forget that. And I know exactly where I was too. And I don't know exact date. It should be around like 20th of February or something. I know
okay.
it was February of 2021.
Okay. Oh, that's nice.
What about you guys?
So mine would have been on gold itself. So this was the time my account was down to the last 1%. So I had only $1,000 left in the account. It was around 91,000. So before my strategy was around max lot. So right now I have changed because I was over leveraging at that point of time. My strategy was around that. So I took a 10 lot. Okay. I waited for the entry. I waited for the whole lot. So as I told, so gold dropped completely. I was waiting for an order block mitigation, a support level, I think, and a structure shift in 1 minute. I took an entry at an order block mitigation at 1 minute. Literally 10 lots. Okay, it
Yeah.
moved
Mhm.
one pip down, account is gone. It went climbed to 15,000. I booked profit. I was happy. The account was 5% up. Ideally, it was out of drawdown, and that trade moved to almost 36,000 the next day morning in Tokyo. But I was little sad at that point of time because I missed out like $20,000 in profit. But I was happy that from a almost dead account, I was able to recover and up $5,000 on a single trade. Then after that, I didn't try to replicate because
Yeah.
I I was not over leveraging post that.
Yeah, you're just asking to
Yeah,
be destroyed if you do
yeah,
that again.
yes. So
Yeah,
as
that's great. That's great. What about you, Hiramani?
It's for me. It's recently on Nasdaq, so it's on my personal account. So I miss on my funded account, but I trade on my personal account. So it was uh, when the time on weekly time frame when the tariff comes, the market all are dropping like that. So after dropping in that pullback, when you started buying, when you previously saw the chart, when you started buying, in that time, I used to buy, whenever pullback it comes, I used to buy on that Nasdaq. So I just hold for around 18 days on a buy position. So I book a very good profit on that trade.
18,
Nice.
18 days you like went through the swap and everything for 18 days.
Yes, yes, on my personal account.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Sorry, yeah. Then fine. I would
Yeah.
never like hold a trade more than 2 days. Like,
Yeah, that's where the big trades are. Like huge trades are with big size on swing trades usually. Because like when you're going high size on tiny trades, like usually tend to hold it less. While on swing trades, like there comes a point where you detach yourself from the market. So
oh, gold just made a move up little bit.
the gold, let's see.
50% move. I think did the okay, yeah. I think New York is going to open. It just made a
There you
50.
go. Um, someone is asking. I think we can. No, no one will take a trade today because it's a bank holiday. Um, I think we can end off on this one. Any advice for a break-even trader? What would you say, Heramani? Let's start with Heramani this time. Break-even
So,
trader.
okay. So in my journey also, the most time I spend on chart is on my break-even stage. So in this stage, it's a very crucial time for as a trader. So please journal each and every trade you do. Like if you don't trade on a day, just journal on the day. Why you don't take trades on that day? So I journal like that personally. So if I don't trade, I will write down in my diary why I don't do this trade. So when I do trade, I will write down my emotion before the trade, during the trade, and after the trade as well. I will write down these three emotions and I will just analyze my emotion. And after the trade, I will learn what's my weakness and what's my how can I learn from this trade. So in this break-even trade, just do a proper journaling each and every day, each and every trade, and please be very careful about your drawdown. So please, I do manage like this. When I risk 1%, and if I loss on that trade, I will cut 50% of my risks. Like in my next trade, I'll risk only 0.5%. So like that. After some time, I really break through that break-even stage when I do consistently like 4 to 5 months in this stage.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
fine.
What about you, Anand?
So first of all, whoever has commented, big congrats that he is tracking his accounts and he knows he's at break-even stage. Like a lot of people doesn't know at what stage they are. I usually track my buy-in, like buy in the sense, sorry. I track my account purchases, how much I have spent particularly for that particular account, how much ROI I have gotten. So that is a very great thing, and you are already there going to the profitability stage very soon. So I would personally recommend don't give up. Start like stick with your strategy, make sure you're tracking your accounts as well, so you know where you stand. So budget yourself properly and continue trading. Have an edge, one or two edge, have one pair, like studied completely, just go full on, like you can mint money.
Yeah. I think that what I would like to finish on, because goes with what you both guys said, is that when you're break even, the only like trading is all about, well, we're human, so this is true, is we're always going to make mistakes, right? But the way that you are going to become profitable when you are break even is by reducing the amount of mistakes that you are making right now, right? Because if you go to your journal and you remove all of the losing trades, so if you do what Heramani said and you remove all of the trades that you should not have taken, you will see that very, very likely you will now become a profitable trader. So by reducing the amount of mistakes you do, you will already go from break even to profitable because you're removing so many losses, like trades that you took within a range, trades that you took out of the plan, trades that you risk way too much. Like you will see that if you, by removing the losing trades, your equity curves just starts going higher and higher and higher. So I think that that's like one of the most important things. I met a person who lost over 1 million in his first 3 years trading. Yeah, that's wild.
So
But
that
yeah,
is crazy.
yeah,
Maybe
we're
he's
out.
a billionaire.
Yeah,
Maybe he's a billionaire.
hopefully.
So Kimmel, you're based out of UK, like which, where are you based out
Me?
of? Yeah.
Yeah, right now I'm in Portugal, enjoying my life in Portugal.
Oh,
So
oh, that's nice.
hell yeah. What about you?
We both are based out of India. Like I'm from some place called Bangalore, and Hermione is in Delhi currently.
Hell yeah.
You are in
Hell yeah.
Delhi, Hermione?
Camel won't believe I'm from India.
Coming in?
Yes, I'm in that.
Yeah. Okay, he's from Delhi.
Hell yeah.
Like
Okay. Go.
Camel won't believe I'm from India.
But yeah, pleasure to meet you guys. Let's go enjoy our day, our bank holiday. Let's let everyone go enjoy their bank holiday.
Sure.
Don't wish pair to master as a beginner, whatever. You can master gold, NQ, EU, GU. So yeah. But with that being said, thank you, Anand. Thank you, Heramani. I appreciate meeting
Bye.
you. Hopefully we see each other.
Thank you.
So see you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
See you guys.
See you.